Poshmark is out with its first earnings report since its IPO in mid-January. The company saw fourth quarter sales rise 27%, leading to a profit of 5 cents a share. The stock is getting a hit by 15% today on some guidance concerns. Joining us now for more is Poshmark founder and CEO Manish Chandra. Manish, good to see you again here. So you had a nice discussion on the earnings call last night on what you're seeing in parts of your business, in economies that have reopened and those that haven't. What exactly are you seeing in those areas where economies have reopened?
So I think it's less to do with just economies reopening. It's more to do with just geographic differences. So for example, California and Florida, where Florida is much more open, California a little more slowly opening up. We're still seeing both of those economies doing really, really well. Both are actually growing much faster than our average growth rate. Then you look at Texas and New York, and these are all four very large states in the country. They are growing and catching up much more slowly than California and Florida. So I think it's a little bit of weather, a little bit of COVID, and a little bit of people's attitude towards it. So what we feel is that as the reintegration happens, these things should normalize and start to converge all in the same positive direction.
When do you think that should start to happen? I mean, as you know, your stock is down today on some concern about the revenue guidance. When do you think that'll sort of catch up with what the street's expecting?
One of the things I've learned about COVID is not to make any prediction. The only thing which I can tell you is that every month there is a change, and we're seeing a lot of positive change in terms of reintegration happening. Biden just announced the fact that by May he expects every adult to be eligible for vaccine. So we're excited about it. On a positive note, I can share that in February, the searches for summer dresses and bathing suits, which is one of the coldest months, were up 193% and 150% respectively. So people are getting prepared for this reopening in short order, and they're looking forward to an exciting summer ahead. For Poshmark, when you look at what has happened, particularly because 45% of our sales are apparel, as we move into where people are going out, meeting each other, going to events, we expect a very positive sort of direction as COVID and the economy reopens.
And Manish, it's interesting that you bring up those kind of more that seasonal apparel. We're all hoping to have kind of a more normal summer. I'm curious what you're seeing, and I guess what you guys are thinking about as a team in terms of the longer term mix, given kind of office trends. It seems consensus now is I'd like to be there a couple days a week, but maybe not every day, and how that might change the way that folks think about their closets.
Yeah, no, I think one of the interesting things is that our platform is designed from day one to be very adaptable and flexible. So as the world settled down from being outside and indoors in sweatpants and sneakers, our millions of sellers reconfigured their inventory to serve that customer. And as we go into the future and we see trends changing, fashion trends changing, people's taste changing, the marketplace constantly and quickly adapts. And that's really the difference between our asset-light social model compared to a traditional retail model. And that's why the model is built to last and built to sort of scale. And the second thing which is there is because we have millions of sellers, we have a high diversity of inventory at all different price points. So while we can't exactly predict how the world is going to shape up post-COVID, what we know is that our sellers will be ready to serve that marketplace.
Manish, Poshmark it's the second platform this week that I've heard call out challenges with the United States Postal Service in terms of delays, them not being able to handle orders. Stitch Fix called this out on its earnings call earlier in the week. Is there a way around this?
Well, I think there's three things that have happened in the last quarter. If you think about it, number one is the level of pressure on e-commerce was exponential because there was really no other way to get product out. Second is weather and congestion. And third is just, in general, USPS has not been given the budgets and the capacity that they need to serve the customer. So I think there's two ways to think about it. One is certainly there's alternate carriers that people will be looking at. But in my humble opinion, when we look at USPS, we should think of it as an essential service for the country and fund it to serve because movement of goods and products across the country is going to be a need today and tomorrow. So it's, if you think of USPS, it was conceptualized for communications, and now it's more logistics and actual movement of parcels. So we need to really reconfigure and serve that customer as well.
And Manish, before we let you go, where else are you integrating? We talked a little bit about this when you IPO'd in January, but where else are you integrating video into your platform?
Oh, it's a great question. We just actually today finished rolling out video across all of our listings. So we launched video in short format, Posh Stories, last year. And this year, we started to work on integrating video more directly into the listings. And this week, we rolled it out to all of our customers, where everyone can now incorporate video to tell a deeper story. And what we're seeing is just such fun stuff. People are sharing stories of how the product was made, how they wore it, styling their products. And I feel video commerce is really going to redefine how we shop in the future.
All right, we'll leave it there. Poshmark founder and CEO Manish Chandra, always good to see you. Stay safe. We'll talk to you soon.